with the pandemic, a lot of the shifts have happened in ways that it's not just women who have their attention on the quality of the relationship. That I'm not going to get too technical, and I'm not aware of any data. This is all anecdotal, but it's a lot of anecdotal experience that men are just have their attention on the quality of what it feels like to be in their relationship and to be with the other people in their home. But in any case, I'd love for you to speak to how you address this phenomenon, because in general, I think people think, well, women get into their heads. But in my experience, women do not have the monopoly on that conundrum and challenge.
I completely agree. I think it's very much a human experience. And I would say we're tracking similar trends in like what we do and what we're seeing. A couple of things that come to mind, like I almost wanted to cut you off a couple of times and say blindfold to get just very practical and tactical and give something to people that they could try right away that makes a surprisingly significant immediate difference. Try a blindfold. Whether it's yourself and or your partner, you don't even have to do much else necessarily. Just try that and see what happens. Because I know that for me, there's something about, like, for example, if I have on a blindfold, that sensation cut off, I feel less insecurity. I'm more in anticipation. I'm more present because I don't know what's going to happen next. And then for somebody who's being blindfolded, like if I'm taking Lex through some sort of experience, for example, if I have her blindfolded, I can fumble around in my weirdness and like trying to decide what to do next, whether that's, like you can visibly see it or it's just like an energy, but she don't know the difference. And for me, that's really comforting. It's like, cool, I can kind of be patient and see and feel into what wants to be done without being insecure that she's watching me or thinking I should be doing something differently or I'm doing it wrong. So a blindfold is, again, one very practical, tactical thing. And there's lots of use cases and variations thereof with that. What you got?
I love blindfolds. I love the blindfold scenario. And there's something that you do. So the differences between where I think women might go, and of course, this is just anecdotal as well. And I don't know if the term would be very stereotypical in a sense, but Alison Armstrong's work, familiar. And so, and I'm not sure if this originates with her or not, but the difference between focused awareness and the diffuse awareness, and that women are more on the diffuse awareness side and men are more focused, like this is the task at hand. And so I'm going for it. And women are more like, everything in my environment is screaming at me until I can get all the stuff to shut up, basically. And so where a woman is like, oh, I wonder if I signed that paper for my kid to go to school on the trip. And then oh, no, I'm trying to have sex right now. I'm trying to get into the moment right now. And then they're trying to get into the moment. They're like, if I don't do the dishes soon, like Bob and Susan are going to be over and stop. I'm trying to have sex right now. And then, when are we ever going to change that light bulb? It's just, we are making a mess out of this bed. It doesn't stop for some people. It's incredibly challenging for some women in particular to stop the noise. And there's a slew of activities and a slew of things that can be done in order to help her get out of her head, to get into her body so that she can be more present with the sensations that are happening inside of her body versus worrying about if the laundry is going to be folded or if the kids are going to walk in any moment, all that stuff, And I think where men can possibly go more into their head is, I don't know if you've experienced this, Alexandra, or if some of the listeners have experienced this, and you're a woman having sex with a man, and then it kind of feels like he's there, but he's not really there. He's really into it. I don't know where he is, where the feeling is kind of I want to look at him and go, hey, where are you right now? Where are you going?
The answer is he's desperately trying to give you an orgasm to validate himself.
Or he's possibly desperately trying not to ejaculate too quickly.
Or that.
Or he's possibly in Fantasyland.
Both with the same purpose, by the way. Not Fantasyland, but the others, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and could be possibly playing out a certain series of things in his mind that in order, and I know that that's real for women too sometimes, where it's like they'll kind of get up to orgasm and they will have been in the moment with their person, and then it's the buildup or the pressure of orgasm, and then they'll start running through scenes of like past sexual experiences or stuff they've seen in porn or stuff they maybe read in an erotic novel,
or is he getting bored?
All kinds of stuff. And so it definitely happens for both parties, but I think it probably happens more on the like practically logistical front for women, because they're tracking so much for themselves, for their partner, for their relationship, for their families and all of that. And so Jordan earlier today, and this is like giving you the real on like what's going on with us. Was like, yes, we do this work for people, and we're very much forever students of this work.